Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to the channel of issues where I talk about them all. The good, the bad, the crazy, the insane, the ones where we typically talk about each other, mostly behind each other's back, because we have issues. How we deal with those issues, that is the difference. My name is Miss Charlotte. You can look at me as your big auntie or your big sister or your favorite cousin or homegirl around the corner, or maybe I'm just that other feeling, that other push. You already know what you're supposed to do, but you just need to hear it out loud. If it works for you, it works for me. I am here for it. Please know that when you come to my platform, I keep it raw, 100%, unfiltered and honest as possible, because these are issues. It comes from a place of love, disciplinary love, because I do want us to be held accountable. Because listen, we make these choices and there's consequences, and we have to deal with those consequences. So one of the things I want to talk about is conflict. Too many of us simply do not know how to agree to disagree. I mean, it is a problem. We be ready to fight. We be ready to cut a person off. We be ready to just stop business, all because we can't agree to disagree on something. And it's important going into the new year. It is important to learn how to do this, because you're missing out on opportunities. You're missing out on business opportunities. You're missing out on love relationships, okay? Simply because you can't agree with somebody. You want to fight, you want to argue, you want to cut a person off simply because you don't see eye to eye on something. Come on, we're going to have to get better with this, and we're going to have to grow up, and it starts right here with me. I was so horrible at this, okay? I didn't want to have conflict at all. I would write a letter, honey. I would write you off, literally. I would write a letter, say what I had to say, get it off my chest, put it in this letter, go off on you, tell you how you was, what you did to me, all of that, and I would be out. I would write you off, literally. No more talking to me, no more calling me, no more nothing. And that was just a passive aggressive way to deal with something, instead of owning and being courageous and owning what I want to say and saying what I need to say and get it off my chest and to deal with it. But see, the problem with me with conflict was I was so busy being nice. You know, always being nice, being agreeable, wanting to just get along, rolling with the punches. But the problem is when you continue to roll along with the punches, you just allow more people to punch you. Okay? Now that I'm getting older, I'm realizing that instead of being nice, why don't I try being kind? And what that means is I can kindly say things. I can kindly say, I don't like you. I can kindly say, we don't get along. I can kindly say, I don't want your negativity in my space. I can kindly say, you know what? Our business philosophy, they don't work. We're not on the same page. Maybe this project is not for us. Maybe another project. Okay? You be kind about it. You be professional about it. You have a calm demeanor about it. But say what you want to say. Get it off your chest. And what that also allows is for communication. Once you say it and get it off your chest, then you allow the other person to rebut. They can say how they feel. They can say how they see things. And then you can see it from both sides. No, it's not kumbaya time. And maybe you won't walk away from the table still wanting to work together or still wanting to be together. But at least you have a better understanding. And that comes from learning how to agree to disagree. An example with me, there was an issue that I had with someone, and I went to them and I was just very honest. I said, listen, this is how I'm feeling. And it doesn't mean that it's right, because it's true. Just because you feel a certain way does not mean that that is facts, that is true. It's just how you feel. It doesn't mean that that's actually what's going on. And you need to remember that. And I had to remember that, okay? Because I know these people and I know who I'm dealing with. And I know that half of the time it could be just miscommunication, or I could just be in my feelings. So when I went to this person for this conflict, I said, I feel this way. This is how you make me feel. Doesn't mean that it's right, but this is what I'm dealing with. And I was able to get things off my chest. After I said my piece, then they said their piece, and they got stuff off their chest. Again, we agreed to disagree on some stuff, but now we're able to move forward. We may do business down the line, we may not. Who knows? But at least we have a better understanding for each other. And I think that's why it's so important to learn how to deal with conflict the best way that you can. It's not always about the fighting. It's not always about the cursing. And this is another good thing. Learn how to slay with your words instead of slashing somebody's throat. That is the difference. Give each other the chance to live the next day, because this too shall pass. Whatever you're going through is going to pass. You want to live another day to see that. So that's for the kids out here. Please stop hurting each other. Please stop killing each other. You're cutting each other's life off. You don't know the value of life. Whatever you're going through right now, it will pass. You are going to grow. You're going to evolve, and you're going to be able to deal with things down the line. But if you cut everything off now, you're not even giving yourself a chance. And as adults, try to remember that. Try to think about that. Think about your next business venture. Think about your next relationship, and say to yourself, you know what? I can agree to disagree, because we're all right, and guess what? We're all wrong. It is what it is. If you understand what I'm talking about, give me the thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. But don't forget, subscribe to my channel and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Miss Burley to you. And until the next issue, I'll see you later.